tonight's basketball game with Pinkerton High School facing Central High School. And now for tonight's lineup for Pinkerton. Number 0, Andrew Braden. Number 1, Parker Biengu Sununu. Number 2, Christian Brander. Number 20, Charles Luton. And number 32, Jackson Marshall. And now for Central High School, number 2, DeJuan Tyler Hughes. Number 3, Isaiah Diaz. Number 4, Yori Abrams. Number 11, Asher Zeno. And number 25, Sean Bedrock. Now everyone please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a great matchup between the Central Little Green and the Pinkerton Astros. My name is Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. Along with me is Mr. Zach Johnson. We got a great game here between the 2-7 Little Green and the 10-1 Pinkerton Astros. And little hot potato play being played so far early in this contest.
Yeah, it was a little bouncy back and forth here, but we'll really get to start with Drew Brander kicking it back. With the Pinkerton Astros off 10 straight W's to start the year, this is their first time coming off a loss, one of the biggest upsets in recent history as Dover, the Green Wave, took down the Astros. 58-74 they lost on their home court. And a turnover will have a stoppage of play here. And I'd really like to see, Kyle, Pinkerton, the first time coming off a loss this year, how they respond against the Little Green here. Having just a rough start to the year, but they really have something to prove with 8 seniors on their team, looking to get their foot in the ground and pick up some wins here.
For the Little Green, I was able to see them beat up on Memorial. I wouldn't say beat up, it was an overtime win, but that was a big win for them, and this is could be a huge contest if they were able to get something going here. Nice rebound down low.
Yeah, that's going to go in for DeJuan Tyler Foles. First points of the game here come for the Little Green. Last time they were on their home court, they took down the Crusaders. And they've struggled since. Marshall with the putback, one of the best players in the state, Jackson Marshall, putting up records after records in Division I in his tenure so far with the Astros.
For Coach Studi Lett, it's going to be a tough thing to stop him.
Yeah.
You've got some size in your team, but that is a bigger size than what you have on your squad.
Tyler Foles tries to kick it back. Bander swinging it back. Cernuda draws the foul. We got a nice crowd here in the Simon Gym on the campus of Manchester Central High School. Zach Johnson and Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television here. Astros versus Little Green. High school basketball. As Parker Bienvenu Cernuda will finish the three-point play.
Well, no, he got fouled.
That's right, he got fouled. That's right.
So he didn't. It was a smart foul right there to stop the three-point play. And, well, he still makes the free throw, so that helps them out, and they take a 4-2 lead.
Here comes Isaiah Diaz, one of the best players on this Little Green team, alongside as Asher Zegno as they play a little patty cake with the ball. Diaz back to Venator. Their big man as they swing it out to the far side corner. Pull-up shot off. Rebound taken there by Tyler Foles, swings it back. Diaz missed it. Scramble for the ball. Little Green keeps possession. He's double-teamed. Triple teamed. They keep the ball. Here's Venator. Diaz now. He overshoots it, and the big Marshall rips the rebound away.
For Central, you gotta score points any way that you can.
Stolen, that's taken by Abrahams. And got it.
Wow, able to get past the long arms of Jackson Marshall.
Up and in, and the rebound quickly. That's Charlie Ludden, one of the starters on this Astros team. Quick response here from the Astros. They lead by 2, 6-4 lead for the Astros. Taking it up is Asher Zegno, defended by Cernuda. Foul on the floor. And this will stay Central ball, I believe.
Yeah, Coach Mike Dunham for the Astros not pleased immediately.
Yeah.
Was like, yeah, he was obviously right there in front of him. You could see.
This is Dunham's first year with the Astros, and starting off at a 10-1 record, second in Division I, only behind the Bulldogs. Here's a three that's off from Zegno. And now the Astros looking to respond. They overshoot the pass. Zegno's there. Here's Diaz. He falls and gets it by Brander. Christian Brander and Drew Brander, the brothers, back in their starting lineup. Drew Brander had an injury early in the year, came back in their game against Portsmouth. He's a big part of this team, a senior guard. Brander floats this one up, shorts it.
Oh, wow.
Abraham's now, Zegno working on Cernuda.
Could have been a double dribble called there. Oh, now.
Flip it over, and there's Marshall. Down over to Brander. Brander to Brander, brother to brother. Cernuda waiting, floats it, got it.
You know, we saw those 2 free throws, and that was just a little bit closer than a free throw, and he did the exact same shot. It's working right now as he's got 4 points to lead the game so far.
Central staying in this one, down just by 2. Here is Zegno, looking for someone. In the paint goes to Abrahams rather. Zegno lost it. Right place, right time. Abraham shorts it, and the big Marshall grabs another rebound for the Astros.
You know, it seems like Central is being a little too timid. They're afraid to get their shots blocked, and that's something that they got to figure out.
Marshall, top of the key, off, but we've seen him hit those threes all day. Here, Diaz, down the wing. Defended by Brander, Christian Brander on the coverage of him. Here is DeJuan Tyler Fultz on the right hand, dribbling in. Oh, he almost got it to fall. A much better shot attempt, but just missed it, and another rebound for Jackson Marshall. Cernuda just off, wants a call, doesn't get it.
I don't blame him for that.
Yeah.
It was an absolute assault on him.
Here's a floater, and another short shot. Venator with the rebound. Diaz swinging around, looking for somebody. Here's a corner three, rattling in and out of the rim. Venator keeps it back. He misses, and Marshall with the rebound. It seems like a broken record here. Central unable to get the shots to fall, as Pinkerton is allowing a lot of second chances, but their rebounding machine is able to get the ball back for them.
5 minutes into the game, though, them to only be down 2 is not bad. A long three that hits the back iron, and now just getting it down.
No call, but Marshall finds his way to the paint and finds a bucket.
Well, he's got 4 now as well, so.
They want to slow him as best as they can. Diaz with a good move now. He's double teamed, swinging it into the corner. And no. Another.
That's just not even fair.
Yeah.
Gravity is not being a friend to Central right now.
I agree, and they're going to have Wesley Almeida check into the game as well as Taven Whitted.
Well, I don't think Central realized it's their ball.
Yeah.
Everyone went to the other side of the court when really.
Interesting. They're taking out Venator with Marshall still on the floor. Going for a more small ball tactic here. Diaz, step back, foot's on the line, shorted it. So it would have been
and
a 2.
if this was the Astros gymnasium, the chance would have been loud on that.
Yeah, that was a shorted shot there as the Little Green struggling to get shots to fall, but they're down just 10-6 here. A 4-point lead for the number 2 ranked Astros in NHIAA Division I. For those wondering, the Central Little Green sit at number 19 at a 2-7 record. And Coach Studi, let's first year, so we have 2 rookie coaches, I believe.
No, Sudi's been here for a number of years. I don't know what you.
Confusing him with Trinity's coach.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, so Sudi obviously does not like what his team is doing and wanted to call a quick timeout to get things situated, as you can't just be making, spread the ball around, find the open man, instead of just taking the ball and shooting that 3 and giving the ball right over to a hot Astros squad.
Well, Cernuda Manning, he'll swing it over to Drew Brander. Diaz up on him, towards the paint, no one's home. He tried to get to Marshall, but his face was toward the basket. Here's a 3, and another missed 3-point attempt. They'll get the ball back. Diaz doesn't fall. That one's not rebounded by Marshall. This time it's by James Wallace, senior forward off the bench here for the Astros. Cernuda, Marshall, 3, got it. Jackson Marshall from 3, and it's 13-6.
Yeah, you got to remember it was 8-6 just a few minutes ago, and now to go on a 5-0 run for the Astros, and now Marshall has got himself 7 points.
Olmeda, and another shot not falling, and another shot not falling. Rinse and repeat here for the Little Green. Can they get one to fall? They can't. And another rebound there from Wallace. He'll kick it out to Drew Brander.
It's been a rough 6 minutes of you're getting the rebounds, you're getting the shots back up. They are just not falling in.
And you would think that they wouldn't have a lot of second chances, especially with Jackson Marshall on the floor. Brander deep 3, no good. Wallace tried to snag the offensive board. That's central ball.
Gary Wong says, yeah, give it to White as the ball floats away. I don't know if a cheerleader might have hit that or what happened, but I was stuck in line to get into the parking garage here with the cheerleaders as someone did not know how to parallel park and caused an 8-car line.
Here's Diaz trying to get Cernuda off of him. He's playing great defense. And that's going to be Astros ball. It's a 5-second.
He's shrugging like, I don't know what you're saying, man. I didn't do anything wrong. And
that's great defense by Parker Bienvenu Cernuda. So
Sudi having a quick chat with him to say, hey, don't be rushing it. Play your game. But obviously it's tough when you're down 7 points right now.
Kyle Heavey, the lip reader here, going in. Brander missed it, and a big defensive rebound there for the Little Green. Just under 40 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. It's 13-6 in favor of the Astros over the Little Green. Swinging it into the corner. Olmeda trying to get something open.
Little Green have not had a 3-ball fall
Muhammad in the game for the first time. Throws it off a defender, and I didn't see a possession call here.
It's staying down here. It's
it's gonna stay. Little Green ball. Taven Whitted on the inbound. Gets it to Muhammad. Gets around Dempsey towards the rim, and they get it to go. That is Yori Abrahams.
Now they got to play defense. 10 seconds left in the period, and
Here's
now you can't have this.
Just off from Marshall. 4 seconds. That's Brander, Christian Brander off, end of the quarter. So not an amazing quarter from the Little Green, but they're staying in it. It's 13-8.
For a team that's scored 90 points 6 times this season, to keep them to 13 points through the first 8 minutes, that's certainly a win in itself.
Well, maybe there's a personnel issue with this Pinkerton team, but they are averaging 85 points a game through their first 11 games, and they were held to just 58 against the Green Wave of Dover. They're held to just 13 in the first quarter against the Little Green. So when a team has green in their name, it doesn't look to be too successful for Pinkerton points-wise so far, but their defense that's averaging giving up just 66 points a game is holding Central to 8.
As I was going to say, you can look on the other side of things. To keep your opponent to only 8 points through the first 8 minutes, that's a win for them as well. So both teams got to be happy, but it looks like Pinkerton will get the ball to start this second quarter, and we're glad to be here. I mean, I decided this game the other night after seeing Dover get the upset on Pinkerton and seeing that Pinkerton was coming here to Manchester. I wanted to make sure that I could see what's up with this Pinkerton squad who lost in the championship game to Bedford last year. And Zach, get your popcorn next Friday night, as it will be a showcase of we haven't seen in Division I basketball in some while between Pinkerton and in Bedford.
Yeah, that's going to be one heck of a game here as the second quarter starts with Jackson Marshall opening up the scoring.
9 of 15 for him.
That's Whited. Here's a 3. It's good. The first 3 of the game from the Little Green, and it's Wesley Olmeda.
Deficit now down to 4, so you can get a hot hand like Wesley.
2-possession game. Cernuda over to Brander. Marshall, look at that height advantage. He's going to squeak it over to Cernuda. Coast to coast. Cernuda working on Whitted. Throwing it into the paint, because why not? Because Jackson Marshall's in there, and we're going to have a foul on the floor here.
Well, Darwin, what can you do? He's got at least a 70-pound weight advantage on you.
Yeah.
And he's strong. He certainly is a talented baseball and basketball player.
Sure is. Thrown into the paint. Marshall blocked. Looked like Whitty got a part of that. And here come the Little Green in transition. Muhammad, and now with momentum on their side. Olmeda decides to kick it out of the corner. Muhammad holds it, trying to get Tyler Foltz towards him, towards the corner. Here's a three. It is off. Rebound. Central holds the ball. Muhammad letting the tempers settle here in a very high adrenaline possession here for both teams. 4-point game. Olmeda off the foot of Muhammad. He keeps the ball. Good footwork there by him. He drives up. Whitted. Got it. Taven Whitted gets it to fall.
Huge right there to get that rebound and get some points, and now just to be down 2.
I think if it's saying his name wrong, I believe it's Tavon Whitted. As Cernuto will kick it. Brander now over to Wallace towards the paint. Big bucket could come here from Marshall. He's got at least 2 defenders on him. Corner 3 from Drew Brander. Wide open shot, missed it. Stretching out the go-go gadget arms of Jackson Marshall. They're going to call an offensive foul. Sudi Lett impressed with the defense there from the Little Green. They'll get the ball. It's 15-13, just a 2-point lead for Pinkerton, Kyle.
For a guy that's pretty upbeat, he definitely had some energy right there of happiness to see that you weren't able to just give up 2 points. You were able to get the possession, and now Marshall's got a foul on him.
Muhammad going up, foul called.
And it's going to go on Muhammad.
It's going to go on Muhammad. I agree with that. He'll get, I believe, it's going to be his first of the game.
Christian Brander was, I mean, it's hard to just keep your feet there with someone running at you, but he was able to do that. And I'm seeing some of the girl hockey players who just played a little while ago coming into the gymnasium now. So glad to see their support and their.
Brander 3 off, shorted it. Rebound taken by Olmeda. The rebounding has been big for Central off the missed shots here from Pinkerton.
Even their own missed shots.
Yeah. Olmeda from 3. It's
good!
Wesley Olmeda and
Look
the
at
Little
this.
Green have the lead. Feed the hot hand, Wesley Olmeda. It's 16-15. I believe this is the first lead of the game for the Little Green.
Well, as they went up 2-0.
They did.
And now to get it back with 5:41 remaining in this second quarter, to be able to get, I mean, that's small steps to victory, and to be able to get the lead back after being down 7 points. And, this is great to see. I'm glad to see this Simon Gymnasium popping tonight.
Yeah, as soon as I said their first lead of the game, I remembered that the scoring came quickly from the Little Green, and they haven't led since here. 5:41 left to go here in the second quarter. 16-15, Little Green have the lead over the number 2 Astros. So inbounding will come from Charlie Ludden. And wow, Olmeda. Oh, they just turned that over.
Yes, absolutely.
He just dribbled it in and dribbled it out. And that's a costly mistake there from the Astros. They're going to have to settle in on defense now, as it's going to be the red-hot Little Green with the possession. Tavon Whitted kicking it back out. Olmeda, they're going to call a foul as he hit the 3, but they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Tavon Whitted. So it'll go right back to the ball for Pinkerton, and they will not have Ludden inbounded. It'll be Christian Brander. But, man, that shot, it didn't count, but Olmeda hit it.
It's a sure sign that he is playing his part to try to get this victory, making those long threes. That was a wild one before that timeout.
Bienvenu Cernuta driving in on Olmeda. Can he do it on defense? I could call it an elbow in, I believe. Yeah, on Olmeda, so he'll pick up a foul. 4 fouls here for Central. So they're in foul trouble here with their team fouls.
We're going to get some free throws in due time here.
Yeah. Out to the corner. Here's a 3 from Ludden. It's shorted. Olmeda throws it up in the air, and another big defensive rebound from the Little Green. Here comes Muhammad. He'll take it up himself.
This is why I don't want to be a head coach. You have to decide, do you play fast or do you play slow? Well, with the lead, you want to kill some time, and right there, you're going too slow. You turn over the ball, and now some fresh legs out here, as I heard the buzzer go off, but I didn't catch who was coming on.
Well, Cernuta will bring it up here for the Astros, defended by Olmeda. That's James Wallace kicking it over. Brander, Christian Brander, Wallace for 3. That's off the back rim, and another big defensive rebound for the Little Green. This is Zegno, who I believe checked back into the game. Swinging it, Olmeda fakes it, pulls up 3, off, big jumping rebound. Olmeda, 2. bouncing off, up in the air, Astros ball.
Wesley was just a little off on those three-pointers and shots there that he would rather have wanted back. But now, again, for Pinkerton, they have not scored. They've only scored 2 points in this quarter. And we are almost halfway through this second quarter. So
Almeida coming out, and they're going to bring in Mateo Williams, number 24. But yeah, big rebounding and big defense here from the Little Green. Cernuda driving in, couldn't get it to go. And no foul called. Another defensive stop for the Little Green. They continue to lead 16-15. Mateo with the ball, nearly stolen by Cernuda. Driving up and in. That's DeJuan Tyler Fultz with the bucket.
Well, that's the biggest lead of the game so far for Central, an 18-15 three-point lead. So you know that they're going to respond at some point.
Down low, Marshall, and this is how they're going to get to him. They are now at their team limit of fouls. That'll go on Whitted. So I guess the way they stop easy buckets from Jackson Marshall down low, it'd be a little physical draw foul now that they're in the bonus. So we'll see Marshall head to the line where I believe he's very comfortable from a guy who probably gets fouled a lot with his frame and his size and his ability to get down low. So
Trayshawn Dunn down here as well.
Yep, he's in for the first time.
And it's going to stay with Pinkerton.
That's just a bad mishap there, and we haven't seen that for a while. Venator's going to come back in for Central. He'll check out for Tavon Whitted. So Venator with his height will come back in. Inbounding this is Ludden into the corner. Here's a three, Drew Brander. Looked more like a,
Well, and one right there for Jackson Marshall, who was able to see that. I don't know if that was an actual shot or if that was just a really nice pass down low that Jackson Marshall was able to tie up this game 18 all. Yeah. And now with the free throw here can take the lead.
Marshall, and the lead goes back to the Astros, 19-18. Oh, here comes Diaz.
And we will get a foul, just the second of the quarter here on Pinkerton.
We'll have an inbound.
That's the first of the game for number 10, James Wallace.
Diaz back down. That's Asher Zegna. So I believe starter, not all starters, 3 of their 5. Diaz, here's Dunn. His first shot of the game is 2 points, and back on top of the Little Green.
Back and forth.
Down low, Wallace missed it. But
he's a little upset with that. He gives it a little clap and just disappointed that they didn't get some points on that, not for an and one, but now we'll see what they can do with the free throws.
We'll see how Wallace fares from the free throw line, looking to tie and or take the lead for his squad, and he will miss the first shot.
Unfair right there. Yeah, had so much spin. The 6'3" senior cannot be pleased with that.
The beauty of being all the way up, I can stand now, too. I can see more. Yeah.
And tied up 20 all.
Back up, 20-20 up. Oh, man. Diaz on the inbound was looking for Mateo Williams, but he couldn't get it to him.
Kind of a big mistake right there.
Yeah.
You know, don't know if he wasn't looking, if he just wasn't expecting it so fast. It's Jackson Marshall is down low.
Down low, gets it. Sometimes you drop an inbound play and you overthink it, and that's what happens. 2-point lead, back on top of the Astros. Diaz has some space, but he's deep. Now he's defended by Charlie Ludden. Diaz trying to find a path down low. Kicks it out. Here's a shot that's off. And Venator, they're going to call a foul.
We'll see what he can do on the free throw line to tie up this game.
Yep, that's going to be Cernuda? No. I don't know who they called the foul on.
We're waiting to see it up on the scoreboard.
I thought, it might be, it's 10, not 1.
It's actually James Wallace.
Yes, Wallace, his second foul. I saw the 1, and I was like, 1's not on there. But Venator from the line, going to miss it off the back rim. So free throws will be key if these teams are going to stay in foul trouble with Pinkerton in the bonus with 5 team fouls on the Little Green here in the quarter. And we'll have Sean Venator's free throws both miss. So bringing it up now, it's Brander with the ball.
Pinkerton's been on a 6-2 run over the last few minutes here.
Brander down low, no foul call, tipped up in the air by Marshall. Out of bounds, it's gonna stay Pinkerton ball.
You gotta wonder if these refs are letting them play a little bit. That was, from our angle here, up here, high on the court side.
Yeah.
It looked like someone had touched a.
Oh, he missed it.
Was that a goaltend? It doesn't matter.
No, he didn't hit the ball. It was Ludden went up for it, and Diaz smacked the backboard.
The vibration.
Down low, foul called. And another foul going to the line. This time is Asher Zegno. So now 4 team fouls, I believe, for Pinkerton. Yes. So Asher Zegno to the line for the first time, I believe, here in this game. We'll see him take some free throws.
And we're going to have substitution after this free throw as well.
Looking to tie this back up. He's going to get shot number 1 as Yori Abrahams will check in for Mateo Williams.
Sounds like a small dog to the left of us here.
Someone's got a dog here.
Yeah, someone's got a chihuahua.
Either that or it's just a little kid.
Oh, it's just a little kid. My apologies.
Oh, I called it. There you go. Well,
let's see what he can do on the second free throw.
We're back even. 22 all here. 2:45 left to go here in the first half. Astros, Little Green here on Manchester Public Television. Here comes Marshall down low, trying to fall. He shorted. Second chance, third chance, no. Hit someone's head. It looks like it hit Venator in the head, and I believe last to touch it was Jackson Marshall.
4 chances for Jackson, and it kind of reminds me of me playing against my nephew. It's just, if it doesn't go in, you're going to get the rebound and go right back up with it. And Jackson's pretty happy in double digits already.
Zegno being chased by Brander. Here's an open 3. It is off, and we got a wide open Charlie Ludden who lays it in.
Boy, it looks kind of ugly for a moment there, but it was able to go in, and now a 4-point lead for the Astros here. And Central's got to get some points here. Kicks it
off of Dunn's hand. That's going to go back to Pinkerton ball. So a tough turnover there from Trayshawn Dunn. And I believe he'll check out in favor of DeJuan Tyler Fultz.
Yeah, it's tough. He came in and was able to get those 2 points easily. And, he'll be back in here, but just unable to get these easy layups. They're driving and kicking really quickly right near the basket, and it just keeps going off of hands and feet and everything like that. Good.
Up and off. That was Troy Galler.
Jackson with a great pass, just gives it up and just not able to get the
pump
bucket.
Fake from Tyler Fultz. Swings it back to Zegno. 1:22 left to go here in the first half. Zegno defended by Galler. Zegno wanted it. Now he'll go down low. Blocked! Vicious block there from Marshall. Off of the hands of Diaz, and Pinkerton will get the ball back. And now they're starting to get back into it here at the Astros.
Yeah, the fans right here below us are all pretty pleased to see that. They were a little stressed for the first few minutes, but now up 4 points.
Only 4 points, just a 2-possession game, and Olmeda ready to check back in. And a bad turnover there from the Astros. So turnover leads to a turnover as the hot-handed Wesley Olmeda will check back in for the Little Green for Asher Zegno.
You certainly need him to get something here.
You wonder if he'll pull the trigger on a 3 or something to get quick points here.
We are under a minute in this first half, so if you can get it down to at least 2, would be nice to have 1, but you don't have to stress Wesley too much. You still got another 16 minutes in the second half.
In the corner for Diaz. He's defended there by Ludden. From hand to hand, pulls up, got it. That's Isaiah Diaz, and it's 2-point game.
That was just smooth as the other side of the pillow.
Marshall down low. He gets fouled. And Venator's not in agreement with the call, but we'll see Marshall back to the line.
Well, his dad over here is doing the same thing. He's not pleased with the referee's call. He doesn't appreciate that what are you supposed to do when you got someone
Jackson
just
Marshall.
stepping on your feet, not allowing you to move? But Jackson able to
Big
make.
for Jackson, and he's good at a lot of things when it comes, but when you're a guy like him who's going to get to the line a lot, being excellent at free throws, obviously it's only going to make you better, but down the stretch, he'll continue to be played. Wow, announcer's curse. He
5 of
missed it.
7 on the free throws here for Marshall.
I'll keep praising his skills if he's going to keep missing them. How's that?
Well, now Manchester, if they're able to make a 3, would go into halftime, and that was the 3.
Olamide down, and he's going to miss it. Ripped out of the sky there by Marshall.
Marshall skies it to the other side of the court.
Good pulled in by Brander. Now he's going to pull up from 3. It's good! Jackson Marshall from 3. They turn it over. And a shot from Drew Brander, no good. So a steady full end to the second quarter, as it's a 6-point lead going into the second half for the Astros. But a good first half from Central. They had their flashes of Wesley Olamide and the rest of this team. We'll be back. Manchester Public Television, Zach Johnston, Kyle Heavey from the Simon Gymnasium on the campus of Manchester Central High School. Second half coming up next. It's 30-24 Astros over the Little Green. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to the second half from the Simon Gymnasium, the Central Little Green, and the Pinkerton Astros. It's Zach Johnston and Kyle Heavey for Manchester Public Television. Glad to be with you as the Little Green trying to get things rolling here. They're down 6. That Jackson Marshall 3 to end the second quarter kind of hurt a little bit as he's got 21 out of the 30 points for the Pinkerton Astros. But for Zach, I mean, a full-fledged, all-around good job by the Little Green to keep this close game.
They've limited the damage as well here, but a chance early. They almost turn it over, but Tyler Foltz gets it to fall.
That's a 6th point of the game. He had 4 in the first half, and now to get a nice bucket there.
Olamide with a high press there. They're going to get a turnover. Odd man rush. Here comes Diaz. Gets it to go, and it's a 2-point game.
Wow, that's a good way to start things right there. 4 quick points for the Little Green.
Cernuda and Olamide back on him. Down low. Swinging it back up top. Top of the key, Brander 3. Bouncing, no good. Rebound taken by Yori Abrahams. Quick pass coming out. Diaz looking for something. They're going to call a foul. Floated, obviously, on the floor.
If Little Green can somehow get Pinkerton into some foul trouble, obviously that's number 1, the second of the game for Mr. Parker.
If there's anyone they want to get into foul trouble, obviously it's Jackson Marshall.
Oh, that would be helpful for sure.
This really
but
would. If you're Olamide, the hot hand here for Central. And a timeout called from Coach Sudi Lett, as you were saying.
A minute and 4 seconds, and you're using one of your timeouts. So you obviously don't like what your team is doing there. As Sudi Lett, who was making sure that none of his team was in foul troubles. There's only a few that really have 2 fouls, including Venator. But overall, it's been an even game. And for Central, or for Pinkerton, you got James Wallace with 1 point, Charles Luden with 4 points, and Parker Bienvenu Cerneda with 4 points as well. So
obviously, Marshall leading the scoring here for
all around for sure. As Wesley Almeida had 6, Asher Zegno had 2, Darwin Tyler Foltz obviously has 6 points now. And
there's Diaz coming down low, up, and Foltz just missed it. Excuse me, that was Abrahams who just missed it. A chance to tie the game. Abrahams just off. They got to hope that wasn't their only chance to tie the game.
Yeah, that was a tough spot right there.
Cernuda making a good move, but yes, that was definitely a tough spot to be in here. Marshall defended well there by DeJuan Tyler Foltz. He'll drive down low and won't go. Gets his own rebound. Foul called, shot won't fall. Back to the line goes Jackson Marshall.
And you can see him, he's just frustrated. He should have gotten that first layup, got his own rebound, went up for it again, and just did not get that. And now we'll see what he can do. 5 of 7 at the free throw line for the first half, and shot number 1. Yeah, 5 of 8.
He hasn't been as good as he was since I commented on how good he was from the free throw line. So we'll see shot number 2 come up and go in. As they're gonna
6 of 9.
They're playing a hard looking press here. It's Diaz charging it down. He's got Venator open, but he goes up and in off of a second chance.
Well, what are you supposed to do when you get through 4 players and you got to deal with a 6'7" Jackson Marshall? You got the block, but are able to get those points back up. And now just a 1-point lead for Pinkerton.
Brander over, that's Ludden, 3, good!
Well, I jinxed that, I guess.
Charlie Ludden back to a 4-point game and a big 3 hit there for the Astros. Down the far side towards up the middle goes Diaz, defended there by Ludden. Off his 3, turned over, taken by Drew Brander, up and in. Big points in transition there from the Astros off their turnover. Back to a 6-point lead for Pinkerton.
You never like to give up 5 points in a matter of 15 seconds.
Pinkerton bench having some defense chance here. Swung over into the paint, turned over. Diaz, he was a little too hard, looking for Abrahams down low, and it went out of bounds. Back to Pinkerton ball.
You know, the cheerleaders aren't part of the game as much as they're wearing the same colors. Let's see what...
Brander down low. Marshall got it.
Easy as Skippy peanut butter on a piece of toast. Just able to get up and get those points right there.
Into the corner. Olmeda doesn't take it. Gets around Marshall, lost the ball. And in transition now comes Cernuda. Marshall. I don't even know how he got that off. He just shorted it. Foul. And a big one called it down. Hitting the floor was Charlie Ludden. And he'll go to the line. 2 shots. Foul.
You got to remember, Pinkerton just had a 1-point lead a matter of 2 minutes ago, and now
it's probably going to come up to, it could be up to 9 or 10 here with these foul shots coming.
This is a nice shot there. He definitely gets his hands figured out, puts a little spin on it, and then is just able to get up. Nice elbow extension.
Nice little lay there, yeah. We've seen some interesting looking techniques when it comes to free throws in high school basketball, but a good mechanical. Oh, he's going to, oh, man.
And just like that, we forgot about the rebounding could make them have a 11-point lead now with 4:42 to go. And, you know, rebounding is a big thing to any game. And what are you supposed to do when the ball doesn't even get halfway down to the ground before Jackson Marshall is able to lift it back up and into the bucket? Yeah. So for Little Green, again, they were able to score 6 quick points, 4 to start things, and we're down within 1 point, and now they got to get things going. I was kind of joking with Sudi Lett to, you know, maybe try getting the 3-ball working a little bit, and unfortunately has not worked so far, but plenty of time in this game.
Wesley Olmeda staying out on the floor. It could be something they're looking to do. The inbound will come from Tyler Fultz over to Asher Zegno back into the game. Working on Cernuda, who's got good coverage on him. Off of Cernuda, but it's going to stay Central ball.
Yeah, it looked like Parker was definitely like, nah, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
A little slapping going on here. A little Asher Zegno, and well, keep an eye on this because a pair of ones.
Yeah. DeJuan Tyler Fultz. Back. Here's Zegno.
Thought about
it. He really did. He really did.
That's tough when you have a 6'3" guard on you.
Yeah. He's got more space now working on Ludden. Double teamed. Cernuda up on him. Foul will be called on the floor.
Good double team right there. Just, you know, block the possession, and the motion was in Central's hands, and you know that's a big 3rd foul, and he's going to take a seat on the bench, and you know, can see that he's just frustrated right there with that call.
Retaining possession, Zegno. Nice move there by Tavon Whitted.
Oh, they're setting something up here.
Yeah, they are. They're looking to get something going here. Whitted with the ball. He'll pull up. Got it! Tavon Whitted from downtown, and a 3 for him. It's 41-33.
Big shot there, and that gives them 5 points.
Up, Marshall got it. Something I'm noticing, 100 years ago, this team won the national champ, or not the national championship,
State championship.
The state championship in 1924 was their first one. Look at that. Zegno off, up in the air, rebounded there by, that was Mateo Williams.
Good ball movement here.
Just off, and two guys fighting for the ball on the same team. Here's a three that's off, and it's taken there by Brander.
You're going to look at that and wonder, hey, man, communicate.
Marshall, wanted it, goes down low.
And he gets the bucket.
Three guys on the floor, two of them on Central, one of them the man, Marshall, looking to extend this.
I think probably his favorite thing is the three-point play.
Yeah, he gets it a lot, whether it's him shooting a three or an and one. But yeah,
so
that is true.
45-33, biggest lead now, 12 points, and now can make it 13 if able to make this free throw.
Well, Marshall back from the free throw line. It is, 12-point lead. Looking to extend it to 13. He's short. Another free throw missed here from Marshall. Something to
6 of 10.
Something to keep an eye on if you're Sudilet. Here's Isaiah Diaz going down low, lays it in. That's what he does best.
And now
you get Isaiah Diaz a lane there, fighting for the ball.
Possession arrow will stay with Pinkerton. I think I'm so used to the red jerseys.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm getting thrown off with.
It might be, yeah. And to be fair, last game here on this floor for the Central team was against the Crusaders, in a game they won.
Another and one right
stop
there.
Him, man? You kind of got to just do that now. And it's 4 fouls for the Little Green. And back at the line, who, yes, he has been struggling. That foul's gonna go on Chris Gumma in the game here for the first time, number 32. Free throw hits for Marshall. 3-point play for him. 48-35. Central's had their flashes, but they've gotten out to a much slower second half than they did in the first half. Diaz floats it out. Muhammad with the ball. Muhammad driving down, flicks it out. Diaz with it down. Oh, they turn it over.
Just the Jackson Marshall effect is special right there, as he has just caused any player to try to drive down the lane to really have an issue with not wanting to get that shot blocked, and instead they're just passing too much. And now a long three, Marshall gets the rebound. Will he go up with it? No, it's going to be held onto. And Muhammad, as much as he would like that to be a jump ball, it's going to be a foul on him.
2:15 left here in the third quarter. 48-35 Astros over the Little Green here.
And guess what? With that 5th foul on Central, it means that we're going to have more free throws from
Even
Jackson
more.
Marshall.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever they commit a foul, and there's going to be a lot of them, obviously, as there have been so far on him. Back to the line he goes yet again.
We'll see what Miles Mara can do if he... And now, 8 of 12. Starting to get comfortable right there.
Yeah.
Anytime you can get double digits on free throws, obviously feels pretty good.
And he's got them both. 50-35 as the lead is much larger than it has been as recently for the Astros.
Yeah, Central's only scored 4 points. It's been that was close.
Nearly turned over. Gumma bouncing it back. Muhammad trying to drive his way in. Turned over. Can they keep it? No, Diaz doesn't go for it. Brander going to bring it down. Swinging it back. Marshall up and just short. When he's taking threes, though, they don't have their rebounder down there as they nearly turn it over, as Williams does a good job of retaining possession. Isaiah Diaz trying to find a lane down low, gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
That's something you haven't said in some time, Zach. Is now Central was able to get their chance to try some free throws as well.
Minute 35 left. Down 15.
15-4 run right now for the Astros.
Well, we've seen Central be able to be in these situations and get big buckets and put the pressure on, as they've applied pressure early And back in the fourth quarter, that's something that it has to be stressed. That has to be their number one objective, is to get the pressure back on Pinkerton, not wanting to get upset back-to-back weeks. And this would be an even worse, or an even bigger upset if they were to lose to Central, who are ranked lower than Dover, as the second shot missed there from Diaz. It's 50-36. Here's
Good job
James
by
Wallace.
Dunn here is battling as best he can, senior versus senior.
Marshall off. Dunn trying to take it away. Oh, he threw it off of him. What a play by James Wallace. Excuse me, that is Charlie Ludden. My apologies. Charlie Ludden threw it off of Trayshawn Dunn, and it's going to stay Pinkerton ball. That's great hustle there. That's a team first player there doing stuff like that, keeping Pinkerton ball.
It was impressive.
Brander wanted a three, floats one up, shot off. His brother gets the rebound now. Wallace back to Brander, turned over with the ball. Dunn back to Diaz. Less than a minute left to go here in the third corner. Up and in. That's Diaz. More points here. 12-point lead. 12-point lead for the Astros. Here's a corner three. It's off and rebounded big there by Brander. Ball on the ground. Thrown over. Corner three, that's Ludden. It's off. Diaz couldn't grab it. Drew Brander trying to get it to go. Foul called. To the line he'll go.
Oh, second chance points for Pinkerton have been huge there.
That's been one of their keys to success besides Marshall, is their second chance points. And now with their team, not both teams in the bonus. I don't know why both of them are lit up
They
there,
both are lit. That's kind of an interesting spot to see. Free throw number one, it is good.
Yep. Troy Galler will come back into the game, subbing in for Charlie Ludden. And
Deserves at least a 32-second break. I could see him coming back in the fourth quarter.
And that's good. So both free throws hit there from Drew Brander. Central's going to need a big bucket to try and again apply more pressure. That's going to be their big focus going into the fourth quarter. Diaz trying to find a lane. That's what he does so well, but he just missed it. Rebound by Dunn. Trying to hold on to the ball, and they keep possession. Here's Muhammad. Muhammad kicking it back out. Abrahams. Stolen, tried to bounce pass it into the paint to Dunn, but Brander took it away. It's another turnover. Here comes Abrahams. Got it!
That was a super nice rainbow shot to get it over Jackson Marshall, and a 12-point lead. They've doubled the lead since the halftime.
Yeah.
And for Central, it's going to be a tough fourth quarter to get 12 points here. And for Pinkerton, obviously, just keep rebounding. They're going to get your second chance points. And this is going to be a fun 8 minutes here to see what can happen here.
If the Little Green do apply that pressure, things are going to get interesting. It's going to get nitty-gritty down to the brass tacks, but it's going to be big for Pinkerton, and they're going to need to continue to extend their lead, obviously, and that's what they're going to do so well. If they can continue to dominate and draw more fouls with Jackson Marshall down there, it's going to be a tough task for Central to get points on the board.
Again, Central was down versus Memorial, and were able to come back and score some points. So it's going to be a fun 8 minutes here, Zach, as looking at things. As it's going to be special to see what can develop here.
Yeah, they are very capable of coming back down just 12 here. And we will get back to action here quickly. Fourth quarter going to start in just a couple moments here as the Astros, I believe, will have, it will be Central with the ball, and it is Isaiah Diaz. Dunn back to Diaz. Going to need quick points. Floated up, shot good. Isaiah Diaz, quick points here from Central. 10-point lead.
We saw that in the beginning of the third when they were able to score 4 quick points and get the lead down to 1.
Drew Brander. They turn it over. Here comes Dunn. Abrahams lost it, threw it back. Diaz, in it falls. Big bucket, back to a single-digit lead for the Astros. They're applying pressure. You can't deny it. They're getting pressure up, and they turn it over again. Cernuda threw it off the hands of Mateo Williams. He'll come down, coast to coast, up and just off. Muhammad shorted it, up in the air, ripped out of the sky.
Oh,
And
I
Pinkerton
don't
gets the
see
ball
it
back.
that way myself, but it's great ball movement and handling to get it down.
And they just missed it there off a big turnover. Cernuda will look to be a little more cautious for the ball. He'll find Brander. Marshall, and I wouldn't be surprised to just see him shoot it. Yeah, but Dunn playing great defense. He'll go down low, spinning, and he gets it to fall.
I mean, I think Dunn at the same time has to be careful. Marshall's elbows might get him in the face at one point or another.
Back to a 10-point lead. Diaz playing the shifty ways he does, but he's double teamed here by Cernuda and Ludden. He'll swing the ball back over to Muhammad. He's got space for him. Timeout. Sudilet, that's a full 60-second timeout.
Well, you gotta be able to score on every possession here. Again, that steal and that layup could have made it just a 6-point lead. And for Sudi, I mean, you can see him talking to his assistants, and we got some backflips going on here. She's very impressive. Hopefully she knows. Okay, good. I was gonna say, hopefully she knows the end of the court's right there.
I wouldn't want her to go tumbling into the wall. I know tumbling is something you do in gymnastics, but I don't mean tumble into our concrete wall here.
No, that could hurt a little bit. So for Sudi, it's just make sure you're moving without the ball. Just get around and find a spot. Throw some pick and rolls in there and try to get some open three looks.
Well, when Diaz gets open space, he's not automatic, but he's pretty close when it comes to him getting shots to fall down low. He does it better than most of the guys on this team. He doesn't miss down low very often when he's got a lane.
Well, here they come back out on the court with 6:33 to go. And, well, if you do the math, I mean, you just got to score a point more, point and a half each minute.
Yeah.
You can do this. And you get the ball to start off.
Very capable, like we've mentioned. So inbounding, this will be DeJuan Taylor-Fultz.
I was looking at the wrong referee who was where to throw the ball in.
Into the backcourt to Caden Gagne, I believe, is in the game for the first time. So big for him here. Diaz, look at that.
Got lucky right there. He literally lost possession, was able to get it back, and somehow Pinkerton just did not think that he was going to keep the ball and was able to get that bucket.
Pinkerton needs a big bucket to slow down. That's going to be central ball. That's going to be central ball. That's big. I'm not sure the call. It's on Marshall. It's a
You can see from Diaz
violation.
that he was
here comes Almeida. He's coming back into the game. Yeah, Diaz is pumped. He's got great passion. Great passion, Isaiah Diaz. Almeida with the ball now. Hot hand. We'd like to see him shoot some more threes here as he'll get the ball to Diaz. Back to Almeida. Into the corner. Driving down low. Swinging it off of the hands of Taylor-Fultz. Making a move. Gets it to go. DeJuan Taylor-Fultz. Big bucket there for the Little Green. And now Cernuda will bring it up, pressed up by Almeida. Trying to free his way from him. He'll swing it down to Marshall down low. Big bucket here. He missed it. Up in the air. It's central ball. A big call, and Marshall not agreeing with it. He'll get another foul.
He's got to be careful there. Just threw the ball backwards. And
he's got 3. Can Central get him to get 2 more? That's going to be huge if they want to come away with this win. If they can get Marshall the foul out, oh, baby.
I can understand his frustration. He was just trying to pop it back up in the air. And
thrown up in the air for Diaz. It's blocked. Nice swat there from Drew Brander. Nice move around the back from Cernuda. Now they got some momentum. Marshall, 3. Got it! Big 3 for Jackson Marshall. Silencing the crowd here. Trying to get a big bucket back down low. Turned over by Diaz.
That'll be a
push. That's on.
Yeah, I was going to say a foul right there for sure.
It's on Diaz. He'll come out in favor of Asher Zegno.
Amazing how one steal can change the momentum.
Yeah,
Central
absolutely.
had down to 6 points. The ball was taken. Jackson able to nail that 3. And now the lead up to 9, and they have the ball.
Olmeda, could he get a big steal away from Cernuda here? Bienvenu Cernuda trying to drive his way in. Wide open. Marshall, top of the key, three. Got it! Jackson Marshall again from three.
Not much you can do there, Zach.
No,
Not
sir.
much you can do. When he's on, he's on. And, well,
And they turn it over. Ball's up in the air. And they're going to call possession for...
Pinkerton will get the ball.
Yeah, they'll get the ball.
So, again, 6 straight points, all from Jackson Marshall. 2 3-pointers.
60-48, 4:47 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 12-point lead for the Astros. Central is giving them a run for their money as the Astros are looking to avoid back-to-back upsets. Big ones as well.
Now we're having a lot change. Sean back out on the court, and taking a seat is none other than Gagne.
And now bringing it up is Christian Brander. Brander will swing it over to Ludden, trying to get it to fall, and it does. And a big bucket there for Pinkerton. 14-point lead.
8-0 run right there from Pinkerton. And obviously, what I was saying before, you got to just score a point. Oh,
Zegno lost it. It's picked up by Ludden.
that should be a travel. Oh, it's going to be a timeout.
Big timeout. Nice call
Smart
there from
call
Coach
right
Dunham.
there.
Big call like Coach Dunham to call that timeout. Oh my goodness. Well, a big run here from Pinkerton. It's still not over. We've seen these runs have a huge effect in the way that it comes here, as Central is certainly capable of going on a run for their own.
Yeah.
However, it's going to be a much bigger challenge.
14-point lead for the Astros, and give some love to the cheerleaders here as they're trying to send one of their teammates,
Cheerleaders. I guess you could.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to call them.
We got a pyramid coming up or something. Whoop. Yeah.
There we go. Good
Nice.
job.
Well, hopefully that'll lead the team in some sort of hopefully a positive direction. Always want to have a positive direction here. 62-48 here from the Simon Gym, Manchester Public Television. Zach Johnson, Kyle Heavey, 4:23 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been a great game so far. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in regulation. You never know. Central is forced overtime a few times this year.
I certainly have. It's kind of funny to look at these jerseys. 2, 3, 4, and 25 for the Little Green, and for Pinkerton.
Cernuda in the backcourt. He's got Olmeda on him, trying to snatch it away. He's playing aggressive but conservative defense at the same time here. Drew Brander, Venator on the coverage on Marshall. They got an open man down low. Foul called on Brander.
Good sportsmanship right there from Yori to just go up and help him up off the ground. I don't know if it was a kind of got hit to the face or what exactly. He was certainly frustrated.
Yeah, Brander will go to the line. The foul's going to be on Yori Abrahams. His third foul. And back to the line comes Drew Brander. And
gets the four rim hop to get that first bucket. Now lead back up to 15.
And he sinks it. 16-point lead here for the Astros.
Boy,
Central needs something big.
10-0 run right now.
Yeah.
For the Astros, and Little Green just got to get something here.
They've turned it over a couple times now. Wesley Olmeda with the ball. Trying to draw Yori Abrahams towards him. Nearly lost it, and
jump ball will stay with Central. Great job on defense, though, to just put your hand out there, put it on the ball, and 3:48 remaining.
Swing it down low. That's Abraham, so he'll bring it away. Throwing it up for Diaz. Nearly turned it over. Driving towards the paint. Tyler Foltz lost it.
And
Central will hold on to the ball, but, they're eating up clock here.
They certainly are, and you just see it every single time they get down within 4 feet of the bucket, and Jackson Marshall towering right around them. It's like you can feel his shadow when he's not even there. It's like, call him the...
Oh, man, they're going to lose possession.
I guess you can call him Batman in some ways, as the way that he's just able to bring fear when he's not even around.
Yeah. Well, Pinkerton will hold back with the ball. Cernuda trying to get around the pestering Wesley Alameda.
And I like what Parker's been able to do for Pinkerton as their, their point guard. He's certainly strong.
Oh! Well, Marshall grabbed on the. This is interesting. The play had stopped. He grabs onto the net and fake dunks
see it.
Well, normally that's a tech.
That's hanging a little different than before.
Yeah. Well, it'll stay Pinkerton ball. Jackson's got it. He's going to float up a corner three. And Brander gets it. Well, nearly a 20-point lead here for the Astros. 66-48 in favor of PA here. Floated down low. Tyler Folse bouncing. It's like Plinko and it won't fall.
Oh.
And whipping it away with authority is Jackson Marshall.
He's got to have at least a double-double. You can count that play where he was able to get 4 of his own rebounds.
Yeah.
To get those, 3 to get that basket.
Marshall off the front.
And look at that.
It's just almost unbelievable how effective he is down low. 68-48. It's a 20-point lead for the Astros.
And now all the starters are coming out, and praise them for how hard they worked to keep it close through the first, really, 24 minutes of this game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this fourth quarter has not gone the way that they wanted to. They got it to within 6. Got to remember that.
Yeah, they had a couple hot starts to their quarters, but just under 3 minutes left. Muhammad shorts it, done with the rebound, trying to float it in. Nope, that's off. Muhammad's got it back.
Well, that's good that they're getting rebounds.
Off.
And it's going to go out off of Central. So
Pinkerton is going.
Mr. Telge seems to be all right down there. Appreciate him.
Pinkerton will go back to Derry, play Wyndham, Winnicott, and Bedford next week, or a couple weeks rather. Here comes Muhammad off the turnover, throw it back.
Oh, a block shot right there.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Charles Ludden.
Yeah, next week, Pinkerton will play Wyndham, Winnicott, and their highly anticipated matchup against Bedford.
I might go check that out just for the heck of it.
Not Memorial. I'm looking for Central. They'll take on Merrimack next on the 2nd of February at the Tomahawks. Then they'll face Bishop Girton here on their home floor, and then they'll take on Trinity on the 9th.
Yeah, I'll be here for the girls' game on Friday night as Merrimack and Central girls not having the seasons that they want, but it still could be a really heck of a game to get a victory and get things going for the end of the season, because all it takes is a few wins to get them happy. And for Central, well, out of bounds, it goes off with them. And now with 122 seconds to go, Jackson Marshall surprisingly still out on the court. Well, he
gets blocked by Dunn.
Now coming the other way.
Up and foul called. Gumma tried to lay that in.
Oh, Park.
That's Miles.
Brady Sullivan.
That's Miles Merrick, excuse me.
Brady Sullivan. You think of the big buildings here in Manchester with that name.
I was watching the Friday Night Lights coverage of Pinkerton and Portsmouth, and one of the broadcasters there said the same thing.
It just threw me off, but
he's like, I know that guy.
6'1" sophomore here, and now coming out of the game is Bienvenu Cerneda.
Yeah, great job by Parker here in this game as it's up and just off. Rebound, good there from Tavon Whitted.
Well, 19-point lead here. Let's see if Little Green
pulled up from top, off. Mara will bring it down. Mara got it, and one from Miles Mara.
Well, I love the fight, not giving up right now, as yes, there's only 91 seconds left in this game, but I mean, you can look at it that you either lost by a lot or you kept it close. And
they did. They played hard, and there were times in this game where they looked to be in favor. They had the momentum. They had the possessions. They got their shots to fall at some points, but yeah, they had their struggles here in this game, obviously, as Mara gets the three-point play.
And we got a lot of these starters coming out of the game right now, and a lot of happy parents underneath us.
Yes.
With seeing their
Pinkerton boys come out and look to be, they're going to come away with this one, bounce back after their loss to Dover. Dunn, I believe, got another block there. He's not padding his stats, but I guess you could put it that way.
Hey, you know, your job on defense is to not let the opponent score.
Absolutely.
And you know what? He's still trying.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. You never want to give up. And when you got a chance to swat one up into the upper row, you're not going to.
We'll see what the 6'2" freshman Chase Johnson can do from the free throw line. It looks good on the first one. Just 6'2" as a freshman is not bad.
Yeah.
You can only wonder how tall he might be in a matter of a couple of years.
I was just about 6 feet as a freshman. But instead, I'm up here not playing because I'm not good at basketball.
Well, you wouldn't go to either one of these schools either way,
true.
so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
True, true.
But now.
Well, here, so they're just going to swing it around here. Camden Marasco, ball back court, as that was touched by Chase Johnson, a freshman guard. Getting into the game is him.
And we'll see. 56 seconds to go in this contest, and see if Central can get a few more buckets here.
Bama spinning, floating, got it. Anthony Bama. Well, less than a minute left here, just about 45 seconds. It is 70-55. Astros right now over the Little Green. Looks to be they're going to come away with this win. Johnson faking it. Here's a three that's off. Dunn tried to steal it. Johnson gets it back. Floater's good from Ryder Hawks.
What a great name.
Yeah. Sounds like a skateboarder. Gumma missed it. Dunn tried to tip it back up in the air. And will Pinkerton just dribble it out here. Corner three is off. And there goes Miles Mara trying to, oh, he nearly slammed it. Well, that'll end this one. The Astros step on the gas, accelerate themselves past the Little Green. When they had trouble, they came away with it. Jackson Marshall leads the Pinkerton Astros to their 11th win of the year. They improved to 11-1, bounce back after their loss to Dover. The Little Green fall to 2-8. So, Kyle, take us out. It's been a great night here.
Yeah, you got to give the player of the game to Jackson Marshall. What we just saw right there was impressive to score 21 of the first 30, and I'm not sure what his final stat line was, but
his final stat line is a lot. I can tell you that.
Well, it's 72-57, a 15-point lead, and for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lar, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, for Zach Johnson, thank you very much for getting a short amount of time to be known about this, and
I'll always
able to make things happen. My name is Kyle Heath from Manchester Public Television. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Everyone have a great night, and thank you very much for watching.